This is going to be a short video, but I want to talk about something important. Which plastic parts are the right parts for your custom Fender Stratocaster? Now, before I get started, you can choose any parts under the sun if that's what makes you happy, and that is 100% okay. But if you are going for a period correct build, that's what this video is about. So let's get started. First, we're going to start with 1954. In early 1954, Fender used the polystyrene parts, also known as Bakelite. These parts had rounded pickup covers, short skirt knobs, and the football switch tip. The polystyrene, it never really yellowed, but it was notorious for wearing through on the edges, exposing the pickup bobbins, cracking, and basically just falling apart. If you look at the bottom side of the knobs, they do not have any spokes, like this knob right here. And if I stick these side by side, you can see the difference in shape. These are the short skirts. These are the next generations. Anyway, let me compare the football switch tip. You can see how this looks compared to the next generation tip. Hence the name football or egg shape, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, those are the parts for early 54. You would see some of these parts in 1955 as well, if they're using them up. Anyway, next we're going to move on to the mid 54 to early 57 parts. For a mid 1954 to early 1957 build, you would want to use the second generation of polystyrene parts. These parts didn't have the rounded edges on the pickup covers. The knobs were no longer short skirt knobs, and it was no longer a football switch tip. They are, however, polystyrene still, so you still have the same characteristics. They don't really yellow, but they wear through. If you look at this pickup cover, you can see how it wears through, and if this was on a pickup, the bobbin would be exposed. It has cracks in it. You can see the wear marks in between the strings. Now, these parts, by the way, are not original. These are parts that I aged for this video to show you the differences. These knobs would be sharp, like these knobs. That's how they start out. But with the polystyrene material, they do round, but they don't yellow like these guys. They do have the 3-spoke undersides. Let me compare all three. Short skirt knob compared to first generation, second generation, third generation. So anyway, and you can hear the sound, very crispy. Now, if you want these parts, these are sold by Fender. These are the 50s parts that they sell, the pure vintage 50s. Anyway, so they're available. Next, we're going to move on to the mid 57 and all the way up to like 75 parts. For a 1957 to mid 70s build, you'd want to use nylon parts. Fender switched to nylon in 1957 because, again, the polystyrene parts were literally falling apart. These nylon parts, they never rounded, they never cracked or fell apart, but they were notorious for yellowing. These would have started out as white parts and then turned to this color. To prove that these parts don't round over, if you look here, we have 3 original 1957 and up knobs. They are well used, but the edges are still sharp. Unlike these polystyrene knobs right here, these are rounded. These would have started off life with these sharp edges like these knobs and then rounded over to look like this, and they never yellowed. Where these knobs would have started off somewhat white like these, but they yellowed and they never rounded over. Anyway, these are the knobs for 57 to the mid 70s. Now we're going to go over all the knobs and parts together one last time and then wrap up this video. Alright, so just a quick recap. We have the first generation early 54 parts. The pickup covers came from the factory with the rounded edges. They have short skirt knobs and a football switch tip. Again, these were polystyrene and the parts were notorious for cracking, rounding over, and falling apart, but they never yellowed. The second generation was the 1954 to 1957 parts. These were also polystyrene, so they fell apart and cracked as well, but they did not yellow. The knobs were made from a new mold with 3-spoke undersides, and the pickup covers had sharp edges before they rounded from wear. The third generation from 1954 to the mid 70s were made from nylon. These parts never wore, cracked, or rounded, but they did yellow. Also, for these exact parts right here, these are the American vintage or pure vintage 60s parts if you want to find them. Now let's compare the knobs. One second here. Alright, the left knob is the first generation early 54 short skirt knob. Then the second knob is the second generation from 54 to 57 knob. And then the third generation from 57 all the way up into the 1970s. These knobs right here would have started off the same shape, but the knob on the left rounded over and never turned yellow. The knob on the right never rounded over, but it turns yellow. Now we'll compare the pickup covers. Alright, the pickup cover on the left is the first generation 54 with the rounded edges. This pickup cover is the 54 to 57 with the sharp edges that wore out. And this pickup cover is the nylon pickup cover, third generation, from 57 to the mid-70s. It never wore out, it just yellowed. There is the football switch tip and the second generation switch tip. Oh yeah, if I flip these knobs over, sorry about that. First generation with no spokes, second generation with 3 spokes, and third generation also with 3 spokes. Now last, if you ever see a pickup cover like this on a 60s guitar, it never existed. Even though it's yellow, you would never see a 60s pickup cover with rounded edges. Now, if you see a pickup cover like this on a 50s guitar, that also never existed. Even though it's got rounded edges, it would have never yellowed. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new from this video. As always, take care, and I'll see you next time.